It is getting scary out here, guys, and I don't think a lot of us really realize what's going on right now. The pandemic has shocked the world. Inflation is higher than it has been in the last 40 years. Stocks are dropping and interest rates are rising. But the thing is, it is said to get much worse. For that reason, that is why I'm going to share with you ways that you can protect yourself, your family, and your money from the massive coming changes. So make sure you stick around until the end because you will not want to miss this one. And I'll be right back. What's up, guys? This is Monique and welcome back to the channel. I am back with the news that you can use, but first, if you are new here, hello, bonjour, hola, konnichiwa, shalom. Thanks so much for stopping by, but don't just be a stranger. Hit that subscribe button and join the family. Also, everyone, do me a huge favor and like this video because your like matters and it is going to help this video reach more people. So jumping right in, this rapid rise in inflation has people scrambling, trying to figure out what in the world they can do to protect their money. And in case you are not familiar with that term inflation, that basically means there is a rise in the price of goods and services while the value of money decreases. So prices for just about anything from cars to gas, food, clothes are rising faster than it has in 40 years. In fact, there's even drastic increases in rent in major cities because Miami is up by 50%. Also, look at the mortgage rate that has increased to 4.05%. There are houses that are selling well over their value. Even a 12-piece swing is now $22. Netflix and chill is not so chill anymore because Netflix is going up, Prime is going up, everything is going up. So what that means for us is we need to be creating plans to protect ourselves and our family from these changes that are coming, and not only coming, the things that have arrived. So that first layer of protection that we are going to create is something that is very critical, but something that a lot of people have problems with. You have to resist that impulse, that urge to buy unnecessary things. Things that are not assets to you is a no-go. Things that do not add value to you is a no-fly zone. And let me clear something up because a lot of people say delay gratification or stop spending money, but that does not mean you need to stop living. It is not necessary to completely cut off your happiness. You just have to become more conscious of your financial choices. You need to be financially aware, financially woke of what you are spending your money on. And the way that you become conscious is first by creating a budget. Just this alone has helped many people because some, like myself, did not even realize first and foremost how much money I was spending and then the unnecessary things that I was spending it on. I just recently came across a video where someone said that they had to go to court because they were $200,000 in debt and they did not even realize it. Why? Because they are not conscious of where your money is going. You have to know where every dollar is going. You have to account for that thing. You have to label it. You have to assign it. So that's where that budget comes in, by creating a budget, reviewing your expenses over the last month or 2 or 3, and then getting rid of unnecessary things like those subscriptions you know you do not use, you do not watch, and then make small changes like in things that you can do at home instead of going out to do. For instance, I know Starbucks coffee is good, but what about at home coffee? And that leads me to the next thing. Another thing that is going on amid these rising prices is the fact that many people are falling deeper and deeper into debt. The average household with debt owes now about $155,000. That's about $15 trillion total. So it's going to be really critical to tackle this debt, and let me tell you why. Because the Federal Reserve is going to be raising interest rates this year. And guess what that means? Those little minimum payments that you feel comfortable with paying are not going to be so comfortable really soon. The minimum payment is going up, the interest rate is going up, so you're going to be putting more money out, and more money a month is going to be going towards it. So that's why I'm stressing this. This is really important, but it's going to first start with you not creating any more debt. When you are scrolling online and you come across something you absolutely love and you see that buy now pay later, I need you to close that site immediately. You do not want to be creating more problems for yourself. This is the thing you have to live by. If you do not have the money to cover what it is that you need, then you do not need it, because you definitely do not want to borrow to get it. I don't care if they say it is interest free or whatever type of free they try to sell you on. Guess what? Free is not really free. And when you do this, you are making future plans for money that don't even exist. Yes, I said you need to assign your money, but don't assign it to debt. And don't let me get started on those 0% APRs that they offering for 12 months, 18 months, 24 months when you open up that new credit card. Run. And you know why? Because because banks, all of these financial institutions are in the business of making money, and they know that if they sell you on that, yes, they're offering you an alleged benefit, but they know many people are not likely to pay that off in that time frame that they offer 0%. Now, I know I'm making these financial institutions big mad today because I am dipping in their pockets, but I am not worried about them. I am worried about us thriving during these times. So once you stop actually creating the debt, then you need to go ahead on and start paying off the debt that you owe. And I recently created a video talking about this, basically saying different ways that you can address your debt. And one of the ways is by paying off the highest interest first if you want to save some money during the process, or if you're that type of person that needs a little motivation to check off things a little quicker, then you could start with a smaller debt. But if you want to hear more about how you can pay off your debt fast, then I will put that link down in the description. Make sure you check that out after you watch this video. Now, the next thing that you want to do to protect yourself is have what I call a protection fund. That is basically an emergency fund, but you can call it whatever you want to call it as long as the funds are there when you need to call upon it. But you need to have some money readily available to you just in case something was to ever happen. And what I call this is financial insurance. You don't want to just pay life insurance if you lose your life, auto insurance if you lose your car, but what about if you lose your income? Like, who's protecting you at that point? So you have to protect yourself by having some financial insurance, and that insurance is paid to you. You don't have to pay State Farm, all right? You pay yourself by putting it into your savings account. And a lot of people struggle with this, but one way that you can make sure that you are able to save this money to go towards your emergency fund, because I know, like I said, wages are low and prices are high and it's hard to do. You want to make sure you are paying yourself first. You do not give anybody else money before you give it to yourself. Now, when it comes to how much should be in this emergency account, how much you should be putting towards your financial insurance, it's said to be anywhere from 3 to 6 months, but some people go as high as 12 months. But my thing is, do whatever you can. Even if you have to start on a month-to-month basis, if you could save 1 month, that's good. Now, another thing that I see a lot of people talk about is, well, if I'm saving money, I'm really losing it because of inflation. I mean, you know, the value of it is going down. But honestly, this is the only thing that I'm going to say that's not really to fight inflation, but rather just to protect yourself and your family. But there are ways that you can kind of help this money to grow. You can do a high yield savings account. That interest payment towards you is going to be a little bit higher at 0.5% for many banks. I've seen Synchrony Bank, a lot of people talk about it, but you want to be careful with this because some of these banks have annual fees and you don't want to be putting out a lot of money when you're trying to save money. But that is one way that you can help this money to grow. But even still, you're not going to see that much of an increase in your money with this savings account. The whole purpose, again, is just to have it there to protect you in case of emergency, because this pandemic was an emergency. A lot of people lost their job, and a lot of people didn't have nothing but the government to fall back on, but then that quickly evaporated, and now they're stuck with nothing. So you want to make sure you are not the one that is left out in this situation. But after all of that, one of the things that you can do to help fight inflation is to earn more money. Money is the answer, and the more money you make, the less of an impact inflation will have on you. And of course, that is easier said than done, because I mean, if everybody in the world can go and make a quick few $1,000s as easy as that, then the world would be a better place. But things you can do is just pick up an extra shift here and there, go and get a second job. Or you know what's hot right now? Everybody's talking about these side hustles. You can start selling shirts or sell something. We have to change our mind from being the consumer, the person that always wants to buy, to the person that's selling. We have to become the business. So when you come across a shirt that you like, instead of saying, oh, I want to buy that, what your thoughts need to go towards is, oh, I like this. I'm sure a lot of people might like this too. How can I create something like this and sell it to make money? That's the way that we need to start thinking, y'all, because I'm telling you, these financial institutions and all of these businesses are also thinking this way to get your money. So let's become like them so that we can put more money in our pocket. And I've created some videos on side hustles, how to make money online, work from home jobs. I'll actually be creating a YouTube video soon because it is highly requested. But whatever the case, you need to go ahead on and try to increase that income as much as you can so that this inflation does not hit you and your family as hard. Alright guys, so I hope that you liked this video. If you have, make sure you go ahead and give it a thumbs up. Also, if you have not subscribed, go ahead on and subscribe and join the family. Other than that, I thank you so much for watching, and until next time, we are out. Peace.